Broome, once one of the pearling capitals of the world, tourist magnet and home to incredible beaches and the most picturesque rocky red coastline. This little town at the northern end of Western Australia strikes you with great scenery, rich history and some of the best sunsets in the world. I've called this place home for several months and I'm going to take you on a tour of Broome when you're on a backpacker's budget, plus I'm going to show you some options for those who have some deeper pockets. So let's go and experience Broome. Alright, this will do on a little backpacker's budget, wouldn't it? Nah, I'm actually shitting. Of course, I kind of wouldn't pay for this kind of room. I've been really lucky and I won it through a little kind of work award that we had at our workplace. So every month somebody can win a night at Cable Beach Resort, which is, I think, one of the most expensive places to stay at in Broome. But even though I'm staying in this beautiful resort for one night, I'm still absolutely determined to show you the backpacker's budget Broome. And Broome is pretty much famous for one thing. Apart from being a good holiday destination, what started Broome is the pearling here. So Broome has been a pearling town for decades and you can see it everywhere because they of course market it. And while it is not as big anymore, there's still a lot of activities regarding pearling that you can do. And one would be going to Cygnet Bay, which is a big pearl farm just out of town, but it's mad expensive. So if you're on a backpacker's budget, just like me, and you don't want to spend the money to go all the way to Cygnet Bay, you can also just do something else, which gets you a little insight into what the history of pearling in Broome is like. And that is pretty much just going to the Broome Museum, which is quite a nice thing. It is about 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on if you want to read every sign that they have or not. But it's only about $12, so what can you do wrong with $12? And that gives you this little insight, and they have pearls there. They have all the artifacts that people made out of pearls. They have different kind of pearl sizes, all these things, all displayed there. And that is, in my mind, perfect to kind of get a little insight into what Broome was like in the last decades, in the last century, and what it got famous for. Next one that you definitely want to check out, that is Cable Beach. And since we're at Cable Beach Resort and it's only a couple of minutes walk to Cable Beach, we should definitely check out Cable Beach, which is regularly rated as one of the nicest beaches, definitely in WA, if not in all of Australia. This is it, just about a 3 minutes walk from Cable Beach Resort is Cable Beach, and it's absolutely amazing. Even though today, because it's kind of overcast, so I'm hoping this clears up in hopefully an hour or so, but it doesn't really look like it. It's still such great colors, like super nice white sand beach, and then you have the water, which usually when you would have direct sunlight hitting it would be so blue ass, like so good. But well, that doesn't put us off. We're still going for a little beach walk along Cable Beach, dip our toes into the water, and what you can see is this cars being able to at low tide being able to drive through the rocks, and then you can just like park on the other side and you have your own little private kind of beach experience. You only have to watch out that as soon as tide comes in, that you better make your way over from here through the rocks back up there. But yeah, it's quite a nice beach, gotta say. I kept walking around Cable Beach for a little longer, enjoying the fine white sand, before getting back into the car to check out the next free of charge site, which was only about 10 minutes drive away. So next one on the list is Ganthium Point, and Ganthium Point pretty much stands for everything that the Kimberley stands for, and that is crazy blue water, not the clearest, but like super blue water, like bright blue, and also some really red rocks, and pretty much all of that you get at Ganthium Point, which is pretty much over there. And we're just gonna go over there now and check out the blue water and the red rocks, and then I need some breakfast, I think. So let's go. Yes, these colors are real. I did not play around with a single color curve here. It's just orange and teal everywhere, so it feels like if Sam Calder was a landscape, it would be this, I guess. Sick!
Look at this! Oh!
I roamed around Ganthium Point, finding a little shaded area behind some of the rocks.
and kept sitting there, just overlooking the waves crashing into the red stone, before heading over yet to another site, Roebuck Bay Lookout. Roebuck Bay Lookout is quickly done and not really a day-filling program, but it is again free of charge. And then move on to the next free attraction where you definitely spend some more time at, and that is Coconut Wells.
So this is it. Coconut Wells over there. So what is it? It is basically a massive creek, just like Jack's Creek where I had my fishing tours at. But yeah, just a little bigger. I suppose it is a little bigger. And apparently people keep floating when it's high tide, it's all full, and then people keep floating all the way down here and then to the ocean. But we got here at low-ish tide. It's not full-on low tide, but it is definitely outgoing. And I'm just gonna use the opportunity to go down there and just have a little walk around.
Once you reach the ocean, it isn't far to the Coconut Wells rock pools, which you shouldn't miss out on either.
So this is probably the kind of rock pool that people just like lay in. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about doing that. And also I feel like I really should have brought some water shoes, because look at those super spiky rocks, and then I'm here barefoot. But anyways, it's a really cool place, and it's again one of those places that they're totally for free, like all the other things that we've done today. It's totally for free. This day doesn't really cost you anything apart from some fuel, and of course you probably want to have some food, so you go for whatever lunch or dinner. But apart from that, all these activities today, they were free. And that's how, if you want to, you can experience Broome on a budget.
These are only a few of the many free and cheap things to do in Broome, but what if you're on a bit of a spending spree? Well, what about this then? Starting from around $399, scenic helicopter tours are definitely a sick way to indulge in the insane play of colors of the Broome coastline. For around $1,000, you can even go all the way to the famous horizontal falls. However, I was very pleased with the about 30 minutes ride along the coast between Broome and Port Hedland. But that's of course not all the fun money can buy you here.
It's another sunny day in Broome, Western Australia, and apart from looking at those beautiful beaches and the beautiful nature here in the Broome area, and also visiting all the pearl farms and learning everything about pearls, which I already did when I went to the Broome Museum, you can do one thing if it's the right time of the year, and luckily it is the right time of the year, and that is whale watching. And this is why I took some time off work, and I'm gonna go onto a staff whale watching trip with some of my workmates, and we're starting in about 30 minutes, so let's go. Yo Fat, how exciting are we for whale watching?
Very excited.
How excited are you?
So excited.
Yeah? Right, we're at the beach now. The whale watching boat's ready over there. And now we're going whale watching. So hope to see some whales because it's right at the end of the season. But there was a couple of whales just at the beach in front of our resort the last day, so it should be a good day. I'm really excited. Everyone else seems to be too. So let's get on that boat. Ooh, excited.
If you spend around $135 per person, with pretty much no limit at the top end for the tour options, you can get yourself on a whale watching boat for several hours, including free snacks. I of course went for the cheapest option, and while the sea was a bit choppy that day and it was incredibly windy, we still enjoyed quite a few whale and turtle sightings. Another either free or paid activity is fishing in Broome. Just do a few casts at Town Beach Jetty for free or book on a 4 hours fishing tour to Jack's Creek at Eco Beach Resort. Lots of bream, salmon, queenfish and if you're lucky, even barra await you. I've only covered a fraction of what there is to do in Broome. The best way to do all these things as a backpacker is actually working in Broome. But for that, best watch my other video about how to land a well-paid job in that paradise and also having the best team in the world around you.